Okay. Oi, hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy III. Now where the hell am I, you might wonder? Well, for one thing, I'm Snow, thanks for asking. For another thing, there are a couple of enemies that I have yet to have showcased. So, that's what I'm going to be doing for the first part of this episode. I think I already encountered all the enemies that can be found in here. I think it's just the one thing. I know there's one in the plains. That is not it. Remember the killer bees? Man, how many episodes has it been? Had to have been many. Oh, so many episodes. It's probably just barely in the double digits, actually. I don't know, 13, 14? Feature editor me will know. He's the one that really matters in this situation. He's the one doing the work. Hang on. Okay, so there's one of the, new enemies. First up, we have the Baromets that look nightmarish. They have 220 hit points, so definitely nightmarish stats. They're forest-type enemies, so I'm curious if fire will deal anything to them. Well, deal any substantial amount. Either way, though, Snowbin and Lise took really good care of just one of them. And okay. Doesn't look like they have any, I almost said financial weaknesses. Yeah, I would guess that, forest critters don't have, I would guess that they would have some financial weaknesses. I would guess that they don't really have financial at all. There's his breath. It paralyzes you. And the skull, that still makes me think that it's poisoned. It's a good thing that it shows me that it's paralyzed. It says para. Para and poison both start with P. Poor Peter Parker. Oh, you jerk. That was not very nice. Yeah! Anyways, there's one of the enemies. There should be another one. I'm fairly certain some of them I might have already encountered before. Aha! There's one of the new enemies. Another one, I mean. The Red Cap. Yet another, recolor of the Goblin. They have 210 hit points, making them quite formidable enemies. And I didn't mean to pronounce formidable like that, or formidable, or I don't know how you would pronounce it. I'm gonna pronounce it formidable. That feels good off the tongue. Either way, though, it reminds me of Soul Calibur 4, because the narrator in that game pronounces the word formidable. A formidable opponent awaits. Should I have done that closer to the microphone? A formidable opponent awaits. That was probably very uncomfy. I'm honestly curious how that'll sound once I'm feature editor me. This is taking a while. I don't know, back attacks are a really interesting concept. I think they were introduced in this game, and, I mean, so I think they are new? I know it's not the last game that this feature is featured in. But I don't think that it was in Final Fantasy II. I think. Yeah, yeah, it was not in Final Fantasy II. I think I can accurately say that, for sure. And if I'm wrong, then future editor me, once again, will step in to save my life once more. Leastman gets a skill up, Trace gets a skill up, doobie-doobie-abu-dee. Whatever that noise was. It was probably fantastic. I don't know. Okay, we've already encountered these guys, so we can probably safely run. Imagine me eating those words. As so. That's just what happens sometimes. He dealt the exact amount of that was disrespectful. He dealt the exact amount of damage needed to kill me. Snowman got a level up. So did Lise. Trace got a level up. You know, interestingly enough, I've noticed that apparently you could. Okay, you just find knockers back here. I was kind of curious what if the enemies I was looking for would be back here, but apparently not. Right? Okay. Yeah, you can find them back here. I just wanted to show though that you can go back there. I do like that they removed the restriction of, like, you know, you can basically dock sail anywhere rather than just having to rely on, you know, the docks. Good job, Leastman. Yeah, before I carry on, I'm probably gonna have to heal. Lise got a skill up. Alright. Oh, Trace got a skill up. Okay, so we continue. And we go up here. Before there was a thing of fire here that kept us from going further. And there is a sunset. What looks like to be a sunset behind us. That looks cool. Okay. Anyways, though, welcome to whatever dungeon this is. I'm sure my notes will say the Flame Cave. Okay, so I could have just said I could have just tried some generic name and it would have worked. The Crocata. Crocota? I don't know, don't care. I don't think I'm required to care. Either way, though, the Crocota has 150 hit points. So, pretty measly enemy for what we have here. And yes, Snowbin only got into one fight and already he's like almost 200 health missing. Because I made the mistake of trying to run from fish. Which I guess in real life probably would not be very feasible. If a fish is faster than you, then don't run from it, especially if you're underwater, because usually fish big enough will be faster than you. They're usually built to be faster than you. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I also equipped Trace with some holy arrows. Alright, and there we go. There's yet another new enemy in the ropes. And Ingus got a skill up and the level up that I was waiting for. There we go. We get another Antarctic wind. Haven't been getting a whole lot of those lately. And then we step into the lava. Which, wait a minute, are we taking damage? We're not taking damage, wow. Is this lava? it looks like lava. Huh. Alright, we get get another south wind, or an Antarctic wind, or whatever. When I said step into the lava, my brain immediately went, step into the Grand Tour. Okay, we, got more of these things. Whatever. Does the note say anything about... They are elementally weak to the cold elemental. I have 5th spell slots. I did not notice that. Oh, let's see how much damage good old swing of the blizzard will deal. As I was saying. As I was saying. What? Oh yeah. Auto targeting won't work with spells, which is stupid. El stupido. But whatever. I'll try again. And wow. My efforts were not in vain. Glad to know that my efforts were not in vain. And Snowman got a skill up from that. I do love that most of my body is submerged and I can just see the little hat. We get another 2 new enemies. The balloon and the... I didn't get the name. I'm sorry if I'm a little quieter. The balloons are actually weak to fire. So, let's show that off, and I'm pretty sure that these things, the red mallow, okay. The red mallows are weak to ice, and the balloons are weak to fire. The balloons have 143 hit points, and the red mallow has 155. So the balloons are weaker. And they are searching. I don't think I mentioned that the bombs can apparently do that too. They can do a search action. I'm not 100% on what that is, but since they're bomb-type enemies, I'm assuming that it pertains to them being bombs. You know, exploding. Using self-destruct, using explosion. Anyways, we continue over here. My curiosity. Okay. And, wow, we've got that same music back from the very first Ultra Cave dungeon. Hear that? That is the sound of awesomeness. Also, there's a lava fall? Is this even lava? It might be water. It might just be, like, colored water. Anyways, we get an ice blade. That's... nice. Shut up. Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna equip that ice blade, because... something tells me that it's going to be quite useful in a dungeon with fire enemies. So... Oh, that's bad. Okay. Oh. Oh dear. Wait, no it's not. I have Phoenix Downs. What am I doing? Anyways, though, yeah. Well, I didn't get to show off the ice blade, but I guess I got to show off getting exploded in my face. We just gotta skill up. Immediately healing. And once again, the music. Have I mentioned that I love the music in this game? I don't think I have. If I have, I haven't enough. And I know that I have. Not enough, though. Either way, though, music in this game is amazing. Let's go through this waterfall, which, yeah, it's gonna hurt us. Yeah, but unfortunate. What's down here? An enemy. That's what's down here. Ugh. Well, there's an attack from the Ice Blade against an enemy in the back row. So that's pretty damn cool. Alright, we continue moving downwards, and we find another chest. Nice. And we get a high potion. Alright. I am quite the silent right now. It's just this music is so good. I'm letting you in on it too. Let's meditate with me as we run away. Well, we try to run away. It's probably not going to work, and it's probably going to end up getting me killed. I'm not doing that. I'm not risking it. Stobin got a skill up from that. Good for him. And we enter back into the lava. Okay, there's some shading on the walls. There's no way that this isn't lava. But why aren't we getting hurt, is my question. Why aren't we forcibly getting combusted? Isn't that what happens when you go into lava? You violently explode into steam. Anyways, we get another new enemy, Myrmecorio. Myrmecorio. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that there's something lost in translation there. Is it weak to cold? Yes, it is. Actually, I'm probably not gonna swing at it right away, just in case it might do something funny. And depending on its stinger, it might petrify? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure I like that. That's poop. That is a load of scupa de poop. Stupid poop. Alright. So apparently, these things can petrify. Good to know. I don't like that. I thought it was going to poison me. I thought that was a reasonable assumption. Either way, I'm killing it. I'm killing it dead. Like, now. And it's been killed dead. Yay me. Okay, I just looked at the screen and saw the 149 number. That was funny. Alright. Continue onwards. I came from the right? Yes, I did. Okay. Set to... Ooh. Okay. Yet another new enemy, which is a recoloring of our very first boss. Lots of, amazing stuff coming from this dungeon. The Adamantis has a 153 hit points. As I mentioned, this is a reoccurring enemy in this game series. I've played Final Fantasy 15, and anybody who knows, knows. Anyways, Trace gets a skill up from that. Should I be a bit more closer to the microphone so that this sounds like ASMR? Ooh! More rocks. And we continue forth. I feel like Fawful from Superstar Saga should come out of that. The Fire Crystal. In the next episode of Final Fantasy III. Yeah, I'm not doing that in this episode. I think this episode's gone on a bit too long anyways. So, next episode, we will reach for the crystal. Peace.